Welcome to Computacademy. This video is about how to use Python Turtle graphics to create a turtle race. I'll show you what I mean. So you can see we have two turtles, we have a finish line, and they're racing. And each time you run it, you will get different results depending on the randomization, basically. So I'm going to show you how to build this. So all of this lovely code that I've got, I'm going to delete. And I'm going to start from scratch. So first of all, we need to import Turtle. That's the module that deals with Turtle graphics. And we also need some randomization. So we're going to import random. Then we're going to create a screen object. Now, this is slightly advanced in terms of Turtle graphics. It's very useful. Turtle. So this means we can control various attributes of the screen. So we can do screen.title, for example. And we can do screen background color. And that's BG color. With the American spelling, of course. Let's have cyan. You can have any color you want, of course. And let's do screen.setup, which is the dimensions. And I'm going to go with 600 by 600. And then before I do anything else, I'm going to do a section for exiting cleanly. And I'm going to do turtle. You need something like this. There's different versions of it, but something like this so that you can click on the square without causing a mini crash. It's not very serious, but it's nice to have the little exit square available to exit your Turtle graphics programs. So if I now save that and run it, you'll see what we have so far. Okay, so we got this screen object that we created, and we got a title, and we got a background color, and we got the dimensions of 600 by 600. So let's continue. Next, we're going to do the checkered flag. That's the spelling, I think, for that. And we're going to do this by using a pen. This is a new turtle that we're creating, so it's going to be turtle.turtle. And I'm going to pass it an argument visible equals false. You could also use turtle.hideTurtle, but it's nice to use these arguments when possible. Then we got pen.shape, and it's going to be a square. There's a selection of shapes available, not many, but there's a few, including the turtle shape. Pen.color, black, and pen.speed, speed, there's my D. Speed, fastest possible, 10. And now we're going to do pen.penup. Now, for those of you that don't know the history of Turtle graphics, basically it used to be a robot that crawled across some paper with a pen in it, and the pen could either be up or down. And if it was down, it drew, and if it was up, obviously the thing moved, but without drawing on the paper. So for this, I'm going to do the pen up because I want to move it into a position. So I'm going to do pen.goto, and I'm going to go to position 200, 200. Very good to make connections with maths here. We're basically dealing with X, Y Cartesian coordinates. So that's 200 across and 200 up. Then I'm going to put the pen down, pen down. Okay, and then I'm going to set the heading dot set. Now I can't actually remember what 0 is, but this program works, and I use 270 to make it work. So I'm not sure whether 0 is due north or whether it's like in A-level mathematics if it's actually over to the left. Doesn't matter. 270 is what we need here. So then that's the kind of initial positioning. Let's show you what that does so far. So you can't actually see it do anything, but actually there's an invisible turtle here that's about to draw a stamp. So you'll see that next. Right, so we're going to start drawing our checkered flag. So for I in range, you can use X, you can use underscore. I use I for this. We're going to do it 20 times. We're going to stamp. Now, if you don't know the stamp method in Turtle graphics, it's very useful. And then we're going to go forward And then we're going to use a clever bit of maths with the modulo operator. So we're going to do if I mod 2 is equal to 0. That basically means if it's even, right? I'm not going to go into why that is now, but take my word for it. Then pen.color is going to be white. Otherwise, else, pen.color is going to be black. Okay, so I think that's all we need for the flag. Let's check. Okay, so what it's done is it's moved here invisibly, and then it's done a stamp, and then it's moved forward, and it's checked whether the I, that's the counter for the iteration for the for loop, right? If it's even, then it's going to be white, and if it's odd, then it's going to be black. So that's how we're getting this alternating effect. So now we need to create some competitors. And you can call it whatever you want. I've got James. James equals turtle. So this creates a new turtle. So you can have multiple turtles on the screen at once. By the way, this is what they call the object-oriented interface for Python turtle graphics. You can just do it without creating all these turtles and just do commands like forward and left and right, and it will create a kind of default turtle for you. So this is slightly more advanced, and it gives you a lot more control of what's going on with your turtle graphics programs. James.shape. He's going to be an actual turtle. And his color is going to be red. And we're going to lift his pen, so James.pen up, and we're going to move him to his starting position. James.go to, and it's going to be -200 on the x-axis, and it's going to be -100 on the y-axis. Okay, so he's now going to be in position, and when he gets there, he's going to do a spin, right? A little celebratory, even though he hasn't won yet. Just to show off, right? So he's going to do for I in range 10 times, I guess. He's going to go right, James.right, and he's going to do 36. So altogether it's going to be 360 degrees, which will be a total circle. Let's see. So he goes to his position and he does a little spin, yeah? Now we can basically copy that section. And we could do find and replace in the section, or we could just manually adjust to create another competitor. Now I've got another one called Sue. So all of these are going to become Sue. And like I say, we could use find and replace, but it's probably almost as quick to do this. And Sue is going to do a spin. Now the position wants to be different, so Sue wants to be -200, 100. So this is now higher up. It's above the previous one. So we've now got two turtles that are going to come in and do a little spin. Oh, I don't want the color to be the same though, so I forgot to change the color. So Sue is going to be green. Okay, so we're getting there. So now we just need to actually do the racing bit, okay? And we're going to do that. Just make a comment. So we got while James.xcore. So this is while the x coordinate for James is less than 200. That's where the finish line is, right? And Sue.xcore is also less than 200. So this basically means while they're not both past the finish line, right? Then that's the condition. So while loops have a condition, and the condition here is that the x coordinate for James and the x coordinate for Sue are both less than 200. So no one's won yet. So James dot forward, And now I'm going to use that random module. So I'm going to do random.randint. That's going to be a random integer between 1 and 10. And I believe it's inclusive as opposed to randrange, which is not, but don't quote me on that. Su.forward, and it's going to be the same. Okay, and that's actually all we need. I'll explain in a minute more about how that works, but let's just check it. No, didn't like it. So we've got a missing bracket or something. There we go. Okay, I'll do that again. Okay, so the way this is working is that inside, well, let's go through it from the beginning. So we've imported our modules that we need for the program. We set up the screen the way we want it. We've done the checkered flag using this clever little modulo trick down here, using if I mod 2 is 0, which means is it even. Then we've created a couple of competitors, which are new turtles. So we use the turtle.turtle with a capital T, technically called the constructor. It just creates a new instance of the turtle, and it does a spin, and then we do the same for the other competitor. And then within this while loop, while they're both in the race, so they haven't crossed the finish line, then we move each of them forward a random number between 1 and 10 of pixels. And then we make sure the program exits cleanly. So one more time, just for fun. So Turtle Graphics is an awesome tool for learning about Python programming. And you can probably see there's a fair bit going on here. If you're a total beginner to Python or a relative newcomer, there might be some things that are new to you, but it's all fairly understandable. So I encourage you to have a go at writing this code from scratch. You know, don't just copy paste, but actually write it. Although I may provide a link. I'll think about that in a minute when I finish recording. But yeah, that's it. You can do so much with Turtle Graphics. So don't underestimate, you know, its power really as a learning tool. You can take it a long way. You can make full-fledged games, and you can certainly get quite creative and have a lot of fun with it. So there it is. That's a Turtle Graphics race. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.